Hi girls, it's Jenny with Planner Perfect, and I'm sorry I'm late, but here I am nonetheless, ready for our Plan With Me Live on Sunday evening. So welcome, you guys. So I hope you guys have had an amazing weekend so far, and so happy that you're here. If I have anybody new, welcome and hello. My name is Jenny Penton, founder of Planner Perfect, and I teach women how to write a better story. Hi, Anna. And to really to map out a life that they love rather than just take everything that comes at them in life and then organize that. We're spinning it around and we're actually being deliberate about our lives, and we are going to write a better story. We're going to actually map out a life that we love. We're actually going to be deliberate about every single thing that we do. We're going to say no to things that don't coincide with our goals. We're going to rethink busyness. We're going to be okay with things that are less busy. We're going to be okay with slow time. We're going to be intentional with every single aspect of our lives, and that's what we're going to be doing. So that's what Planner Perfect's all about, and I'm glad you're here. It also comes from, and this is my mom's term, planning this way comes from the wellspring of the heart, and I've kind of spun that into being, hey Wendy, I'm glad you're here. It's really coming from a place of joy, and it's coming from a really good place, rather than sitting down and just kind of getting things in there and getting organized, but yet still not really growing, stretching, getting out of our role as being, that's who we are. Identifying that our role is our role and who we are is separate. That's huge, and that's something that we need to do. And hi, Joanne. And so we want to make sure that we understand that your motherhood is not your calling. And that may be something that, you know, may be real new to some women. And it's just time that we really understood and knew that. That way we can really turn inward and look at the gifts and the talents we've been given, and we can use them and invigorate our lives. It just lights a fire under you. I mean, motherhood alone is so amazing in itself, but if you don't understand who you are aside from motherhood, your candle will burn out. And that can be kind of like a devastation in a way, because you almost feel like you're doing something wrong, that you know, you have guilt then, thinking that maybe you don't love your children enough or you need to switch things around. But all that really means is that you're not identifying who you really are. And it's time to turn inward, know who you are as a woman, who you are as what your place is in this world outside of your roles. And once you really can learn to identify that and at least be in the beginning stages of the exploration of it, hi, Kathy, then it's just a game changer. You're like, wow, what can I do? What can I learn? And who am I? And it just really puts a fire under you and lights you up, and it invigorates every single role that you play. So never does it, you know, replace anything. It just lights it up even further. And that's what you want to do. And so, Melissa, I'm completely addicted. Yeah, I'm completely addicted to them. So yeah, you're going to want to understand this, because it's truly life-changing to understand this. So that's what I do. That's what we do here at Planner Perfect. And so I'm glad you're here if you're new. And even all my girls that have been with me for a while, I know, isn't it? It's an obsession. And I'm in their club, Melissa. I'm not afraid to say it, okay? I get it monthly. So, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I really wanted to go through some of the Planner Perfect news really quick, because over here, hi Nancy, we're very multifaceted. There's lots that I love to share, and so I want to be able to tell you all the other little groups that I do have in case you wanted, hi Rochelle, want to join in. And one of them is my meals page. I have a Planner Perfect meals page. And then I also have a Planner Perfect meals group. And over there, hi Tracy, that is where I talk about your body, weight loss, and healthy eating. And I'm 46 and I have 8 kids, and I have, over the past year, began a whole food plant-based diet, and I've just recently begun intermittent fasting and have really begun to hone in on my best life and taking care of my hair. Brenda, shut the front door, okay? It's Target, okay? It never fails. So, you know, it's time to have your best life now and to just take care of your body and take care of all of that. So you're going to want, over on Planner Perfect Meals group, we do weight loss accountability. I talk about intermittent fasting, and I talk about whole food plant-based eating so you can have beautiful skin, beautiful hair. Oh, so nice. Isn't it cool? It is amazing. And I've been doing 1 meal a day, and that's what I've been doing for intermittent fasting. And I'd love to share it with you over there, and how I've lost tremendous amounts of weight, and how my energy is, and having just where I'm at in life, okay? Sharing it with you. We need washing that says that too, time for your best life now, right? Washi, I know, time for your best life now. And so over there, and honestly, I really love to cover the whole woman entirely. And so that's just part of it. Oh, good. Nancy, can't wait to hear what you have to think about it. Please share. It's an amazing book. So, yeah, so I do cover that over there. So if you're interested in that, you can go over there and follow me. Also, I do have a book club, and that's really just to, you know what, I plan on doing a YouTube video on that, Lisa. It's a very good question, because of the fact that my family is not doing, you know, a vegan diet, and it's definitely not intermittent fasting. We all have kind of our own thing that we're doing, and I'm going to share with you how I do that too. So I was planning on going on live and sharing how I do that and care for a family and do all that, because you might think it to be hard, but it doesn't have to be, and I've been doing it, and it's been successful. So I'll share that with you too, Lisa, okay? And it's really just, when you have your heart bent on something and you're so determined and you're passionate about something, it really doesn't even matter. I mean, that really is the sum of it all. It doesn't really matter what anyone else is doing or if they're eating or whatever. You are on this course and you're going to stick to it, and your mindset is there. And so it's much easier if you truly have that mindset and you're in a place where you're ready to do it. So that's part of it too. So I do have a book club, and I've started that club because of the fact that it was kind of like a unanimous thing where all of us girls here in Planner Perfect, we wanted to do something to kind of expand ourselves and read novels. So we're doing that over on Planner Perfect Book Club. And Nancy, I'll share how. And it's really, really fun. So it's Planner Perfect Book Club. Go join if you're loving to read novels. They're all great novels. A majority of them are classics and biographies. That's what they are. And so they're expanding our minds. We're chatting about them, and it's a lot of fun. So I've been enjoying the fire under my butt to read the biographies, because I'm so into spirituality and my Bible and nonfiction that this really kind of sets me over like, hey, let's read this, you know, Emma. That's our next one after the 7 Women. I can't wait to dive into that one by Jane Austen, and just stuff like that to just get in there and read. We have such great books for each month this whole year. We have an itinerary. So get on over there and do it. Your hubby is not vegan. Okay, well, Rochelle, my husband's a hunter, so let's discuss. Okay, so I go live over there, and I'll talk about all of that. I have a huge family, all different kind of eating habits and things, and so we'll talk about that, and it'll be fun to discuss. I've been able to do it, and I know you can too. So the Planner Perfect Book Club, Project Me. Hi, Lucy. I want to be you when I grow up, Jenny. Lucy, stop. Project Me. If you girls aren't already over on Project Me, it's a beautiful place to be. It's a great group of women where I started the group because when I was solely Planner Perfect teaching women how to set goals and plan a life that they love versus planning a life that others are setting for them or wanting to plan, planning a life around others, I began Project Me because women were like, you know what, listen, I can't turn inward and think of myself. I'm drowning and I can't do it. So I was like, you know, women need to go beyond this and they need somewhere where they can have a support group and we can discuss how you need to be selfish and you need to turn inward and fill yourself up before you can serve. And so that's what Project Me is all about. And it's really about turning things around, focusing inward and just being unguilty of it all and taking care of yourself. It's like, I'm going to go for a walk and I don't care who cares. Okay. I don't care if you cry, you're talking about your little ones, and I don't care if your husband's upset, you're going for a walk. You know what I mean? It's just, in other words, I'm just being funny, but it's time to really, instead of just like, well, I can't because that's going to disrupt others, or I can't do this because that will make someone upset. It's time to really take the time to spin your life in a way that you can put yourself first because you have to. And when you're able to do that, then you are able to listen to what God is telling you is next, to where you should be led. It's taking time to be quiet. It's taking time to be still. It's taking time for devotions. It's taking time for your health. It's taking time to be thin. It's taking time for your skin to be amazing. It's taking time to look beautiful. It's taking time to have beautiful clothes. It's time to take care of you because so many, I see it all over the place, and I know you do too, but it's women who sacrifice themselves, and it's not necessary to do that. It's actually does the opposite. Because when you do take care of yourself first, you are so, it just seems mentally and spiritually and everything, you're so happy, joyful, and coming from such a good place because you're taking the time to begin with you, that you're able to care for others in a way where you are joyful. You're coming from a place of joy. You're coming from a place of peace. You're coming from a place of alignment with God. And therefore, you are then in the best place to lead, to inspire, and to become. Any other place, if you come from a place where you're hurried and harried and struggling, then you are not in a good place to lead your family and your children and yourself and others. So you have to come first. And that's what Project Me is all about. So please join us over there. We are actually doing a study together and all the information's over there. So it's Project Me if you're not over there yet. So I wanted to share that with you. Also too, Planner Perfect's Word of the Month is organized. So we are organizing over here and we're digging through our homes and we began with kitchen. Am I right, girls? And that's super, been super fun. And it's been fun for me because even though I already incorporate this into my planning, it's really just been getting me in double time. It's like, yeah, I'm cleaning this fridge, I'm doing this, and I'm really doing it good. And, everyone holds accountable to each other. So that's been a lot of fun. We're now moving into our mudroom. Tonight, I'm actually a day late. I told you girls to turn your ovens on your deep clean cycle, or your ovens, whatever you got. Turn that deep clean thing on. If you don't, spray that oven off in. Okay, some of us went outside. Hey, listen, this isn't about sticking exactly to what is going on. It's about doing what you're led to do. Melissa, I love it that you went outside. You got to take full opportunity when it's nice out and go do some gardening and some yard work. That is for sure. Just get it in your planner when you're going to do it and get it done when you can. It is no big deal. And I'm turning on my ovens tonight, and I'm going to be scrubbing out my ovens tomorrow morning before I do my grocery shopping, which I always do on Mondays. So This next week, we're doing our mudroom and our entryways. So that is going to be something that we'll be discussing and talking about this week. So it'll be nice. It's kind of like, and you can always go back and say, okay, mudroom, entryway, or just wherever the place you've got where someone is putting in their coats and their shoes, that place, whatever you want to call it, and whatever that place is. It's time to clean it out and get it cleared out for spring. It's time to switch out the boots for the flip-flops, okay? And, I used to call them thongs. I used to call flip-flops thongs. And I don't know why. Did anyone ever call them thongs? And my husband was like, what, have you lost your ever-loving mind? They're not thongs, Jenny. They're flip-flops. I'm like, what? I thought they were thongs. I don't know. Is it just me, you guys? Me too? Okay. And my John's like, that's just gross. My husband's like, that's just gross, Jenny. I'm like, well, get your mind out of the gutter, because I thought it was thongs. I don't know. So I guess it's officially flip-flops. So, yeah, you see? Yeah, thongs. I don't know. So get the thongs out and get the boots out and put in the thongs. It's our age. Well, but my husband's my age. But he still thinks I'm bananas. He's like, you're a weirdo. It's official. I'm like, weirdo or not, okay? If all my kids would call it that too, and then it just got ugly. Hey, has anyone ever seen my right thong? It's missing. John, my husband was like, you guys. And so finally, he got us flipped. But we said thongs for years because the kids just, copied my language. It's like bathers and tugs. See, oh, okay. Is that what it's like? Yeah, exactly. Well, flip-flops it is, thongs, however you want to call it, you guys, thongs or flip-flops. It's time to get out the winter boots and switch it out for the flip-flops. And I really got a host of things to clean out of my mudroom, and I can't wait to show you what I'm doing. So I'll kind of do a little video. I did a little bit on my pantry, so I'll kind of try to do it with my just my back entry too. And you know what? Does anyone have this problem? My husband has like 100 pairs of this same style shoe. I'm like, you think thongs is bad. Why do you need to buy the same shoe? He's like, going out to buy a new pair of shoes. I'm like, whatever you do, come back with a different style, please, because I've seen it for 20 years now and I'm bored, okay? And they're lined up. I'm like, if you're going to get a new pair, get rid of the old. He's like, well, this one's for gardening. This one is for cleaning the car. This one is for hunting. I'm like, you know what? Ridiculous. So I got to clean all that out. And if I can listen, I've got a girlfriend. This is hilarious. My girlfriend, her husband worked for the Goodwill. Okay. He was up in an administrative department in Goodwill. Well, he was into these old rock and roll t-shirts he would collect from the Goodwill. Okay. And so he had like hundreds and hundreds of these, Guns N' Roses and Kiss and all of these t-shirts, okay, lined up in his closet. And Andrea, my girlfriend, she's like, you know what? Enough is enough, okay? Who needs 100,000 rock star t-shirts? This is stupid. So she went in her husband's closet and swiped them out clean and took out about 100. And so he had like 100 left, okay? And I know my numbers are all off, but you guys get the gist. And she took all of these and she dropped them off at the Goodwill, okay? Well, I swear, like a week later, he went shopping down at the Goodwill, okay, where he works, and found all of his shirts. And he was mortified. He's like, what? Yeah, and he bought them all back. Is that hilarious? So I've never forgotten it. It's the most hilarious story I've ever heard of in my whole life. So, anyways, guys, we're going to be going out. We're going to be cleaning, okay? I don't really touch my husband's stuff. Yeah, drop him off at the Goodwill. Right? Well, listen, my husband gets very, very angry if I go near his clothes, but I just let him do his own thing. I'm like, if you want to look ugly, then be my guest, okay? That's what I say. She tried. Hey, she tried. She tried so hard. But I've tried too. And my husband got so mad at me. I'm like, hey, if you want to look ugly, then go for it. But I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. I know style. I do. And this is not style at all. Yeah, so I just like, hey, if you want to be ugly, go ahead. So I don't touch my husband's side, but we're going to go through our closet soon. We're going to go through all of it. So I just can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I want to talk a little bit about girl power because honestly, I just love it. May was kind of fire department t-shirts. I used to just buy him what I like. Oh no, Wendy, listen, I would go shopping and buy my husband the coolest of the coolest stuff, and he would put it on. He's like, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? And he would tear it off and make me return it. So I just gave up. I'm like, you know what? Again, if you don't, I'm done. I rinse my hands. I rinse my hands of this. Yeah, I just rinse my hands. If you're strictly Cabela's and hunting clothes and camo, then you go for it, okay? But if you want to look cool, then you know where to find me, okay? You know where to find me. See, now my husband won't let me pick out clothes from either. Cleaning schedule. That is with just Planner Perfect. You'll find it over on Planner Perfect and Planner Perfect fans. We're all there. And yeah, it's all there. Yeah, my husband's gotten better only because I finally have rubbed off on him because he's a pack rat. But he's finally starting to get rid of old socks he had from high school, okay? I mean, that's the kind of pack rat we're dealing with. And so finally, he's been able to get rid of some old stuff. I was like, what the hooba haba is this? I just would find stuff. And I was like, what? Why? Why? We don't have room for this. And why are there boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes? And yet more boxes up in the garage of your childhood. I mean, what is it? A rock? Some foliage? It's time to get rid of some of it at least. I tell you what. So, girl power, okay? And I just have to tell you, girl power was part of May's subscription box, and it's part of just May for Planner Perfect. It's just really empowering women. And if I can just say, it's so fun to just get empowered. There was one quote that I put on one of my tip-ins. It was empowered women empower women. And I just love that so much. And I was just thinking about that, how that hits home so much for me, because my own daughters empower me. Okay, my own daughters, and I don't even know if they realize it. And when I get off this video, I'm going to call them up wherever they are and find them and tell them, because well, let me just tell you a little something about my Abigail, okay? She's my oldest. She's 24. Or is she 25? I don't know. She's 24. And she has been in love with horses forever. And I was able to, ever since she was just teeny, she's into horses, and she apprenticed, we homeschool. And so she got into it. And then she started her own business where she taught horses, trained horses, sold horses, went into shows, all of that kind of thing, okay? Which was so, I think, inspiring. I was so proud of her. It's just the whole thing is phenomenal. Okay, but this is where I hone in on, okay? So it's stuff like this that's intimidating to me that I was like, you know what? You go, girl. And guess what? I'm going to do that too. Okay, you watch me. But I always go, and because my oldest, Abby, picks up my youngest daughter, Bella, to go to horses together, and they ride. Okay? And this is sometimes usually when I'll pick up Waylon, my grandson, okay, where I go and I kiss him all day and get nothing done, and kiss his tongue and his boobs and his belly, and I laugh all day. But today in particular, I went to go and we wait at the zoo. Okay, so we're waiting at the zoo. That's like our spot where we pick up and all this. Okay, so I'm at this zoo in Omaha, here in Nebraska, and we're sitting here and it's packed. The parking lot's packed. She's like, okay, well, Brenda, you are busted. My husband's gone, okay, and I hope he doesn't watch the replay. But she's like, hey, I'm bringing a couple of my horses along. Is there places to be able to weave through? I'm like, girl, it is packed in here. Good luck. So she's got a trailer. I mean, I don't know how many feet, but she's got like 3 horses in this trailer. Now, of course, I know this about Abby, but today I looked at her and I had literal, like the emoji, huge hearts. Okay, it was like boing, boing, and they were just boing, boing because of her girl power. Okay, and she comes in this busy parking lot with this huge trailer in this huge diesel truck with 3 horses in the back that she got in and giddy-upped and slapped their butts to get in, and weaved through, did a wide turn as like a semi-truck to get into the parking lot to come and pick up Bella and be by my Suburban. And I'm thinking, if this isn't girl power to the max, I'm like, you know what? I got out of my car. I was like screaming. I was like, Abigail, I've seen you do this so many times, but I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm so proud of you. I'm like, you are phenomenal. Okay. You are phenomenal. I mean, that's something that I'd be like, I'm always a damsel in distress. That's me. I'm always like, oh, honey, and that just to me was like, you know what? I'm going to get a truck. It's going to be a diesel, and I'm pulling me some horses somewhere. I don't know where, okay? But I'm going to pull me some horses, okay? So anyway, she empowered me. She inspires me, and she empowers me. Girls, if you ever see me driving with some horses in the back, I am just filling a bucket list. Just filling a bucket list. If my girls can do it, I can do it, okay? I'm like, she empowers me. I just love that about our own children. They can just empower you. So then I got my Madeline down the next, okay, who went from almost 200 pounds to 115. And she just fulfills goals. She just rocks it. She's like stylish. She's going to the gym. I'm like, you're going where? You're going where? You're going to the gym? Which gym, where, and what time? So it's just one of those kind of things where it's fun to be inspired by somebody else who can like fire under your butt and get you going. I just love it. It's so my point. Find people that inspire you and emulate them. I mean, it's just so fun. And then it's just, and I just tell them, there is no shame. I am like, I love you. I love who you are. And I'm going to copy you because I love you. And you inspire the crap out of me. Okay. Wendy, I love you. And it's just one of those things where you're just like, that's what empower women. And we're all doing it together. We're all together. And we just empower each other. It's like, yeah, that's what I love about our groups. It's like, yeah, we read. Yeah, we're at our best weight. Yeah, we're happy and fulfilled and know who we are and being led from within and not letting circumstances control us. And it's that kind of thing. And that's what I love about our community, for sure. So it's all about just empowerment, being led, and that's exciting. And that's like everything. Like, I love being inspired because it's expansion. It's like, that's new. I'm going to try it. It's exciting. I'm going to do it. Now, I probably won't drive horses places, okay? But we do have a boat, and I always have my husband, I'm like, oh, I can't drive that boat, I'm driving the boat this year. Now, I've done a little bit. I've dabbled. I've done my dabbling. And girls, I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a severe lead foot. I am like, I am fast moving everywhere, on my feet, on everywhere. What I am, I'm always like 100 miles an hour. And so my husband, when I did drive the boat, he was always a little nervous, but I will be careful. And I'm going to, learn. This is the thing. I want to learn how to get the boat up on the trailer. That's tricky. Okay. And what's really tricky is having your husband watch you do it. Okay. Have you ever had your husband love something a lot and then you're doing it? Okay, like something that he is beloved about? Bella's girl power. Melissa, I love you. You know what? My Bella's girl power is her strength and her, she's got so much strength under adversity. And that is her girl power. She has had alopecia ever since she was a little girl, since she was 2 years old, alopecia areata, so she's got bald spots that she's had. And that is something that she has had a hurdle over. And her tenacity and the way she goes at life is very, very inspiring to me. She is a go-getter, and she's a strong woman, and she'll give my husband the what for. And you know, you'll allow it for a little up to a point, but she's like, you know, Dad, you know, this is how I feel about this. And she's not afraid to speak her mind in a very respectful, amazing way. She is not shy, and I love that about her. And she has been able to overcome obstacles and to face them head on. And that is what I'm proud about my Bella. And thank you, Melissa, for getting me back on track to finish off my precious girl. So for you girls, let me tell you, if you've got some daughters, share on the fans page your daughters and yourselves, your girls' girl power, because they can inspire you. And when you just look at them, you know, and you just feel empowered by your own flesh and blood like that, it's amazing. You girls know, you moms know, you know. So anyway, tell me what's going to be on what you're going to be doing that is new, that strengthens you, that's new, that's on your bucket list that you want to try. Isn't that true, Julie? It's so true. It's like, wow, look at you. Look at you. And that's why I'm like, yeah, who are you? I mean, you're so amazing. And I look, of course, I mean, my sons, all of your children, it's like they take a piece of you and then they expand it. And it's like, you're awesome. It's truly, truly amazing. So share, though, your daughter's girl power and your zip lining. Shut up, Wendy. You are not gonna. I want full... what do they call that? GoPro? I want a GoPro view of you ziplining, and I am not kidding, okay? She's in China. Julie, what is she doing? Drive your truck, Brenda. Do it. Do it. I think everybody should own a GoPro because we need to document this, okay? Get it on your head somehow, put it on a strap, and let's do the GoPro this whole summer. I'm telling you, let's GoPro it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do it when I'm off. I'm going to go buy a GoPro. I'll start, okay? I don't even know how much it is, but I'm going to get it anyways. And I'm going to GoPro my summer bucket list adventures. That should be something that we do this summer, girls. It's called Hitting the Bucket List. Should we do it? Let's do it. Just kind of like how we started the book club. It's like a collaborative yes. We should. Not everyone has to get a GoPro, but you can use your phone. But we should start hitting the bucket list, you know? And we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, we're doing it. You're going to watch me with my GoPro, and you're going to see my husband in horror with his face as I take our boat and put it up on the trailer as he watches in horror, okay? As I probably go too hard and I hit something or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I could hit. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out, okay? Top 5 bucket list. Let's do it, girls. It's official. I'm putting it in my planner. We're hitting the bucket list this summer. Yeah, we're hitting the bucket list. We're hitting it. We're hitting it hard. And Wendy, you're going second. I'll do the boat. Wendy, you're next. I'm going to see you on a zip line. That's what I'm going to see. That's what I'm going to see next. I don't know. Maybe I'll tell Abby to move over and then I'll drive the horses somewhere to the barn. I'll drive them to the barn and I'll make a turn. That's going to be the tough one. That's going to be the game changer right there. I probably better do it without cars around, but I should probably try it. Back the camper into the site. I've never been able to do that, Melissa. Melissa, my husband can't even do it, and he considers himself a pro. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. And, try having me in the background saying, this way, stop, this way. He's like, you know what, Jenny? You're distracting. Beat it. Okay, that's my husband. I'm like, come on. Okay, whoa. Oh, no. He's like, get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm doing this all by myself. I don't need you telling me which way to go. That's my husband. So if for me to do that, he'd have to smoke 50 cigars and drink a bottle of whiskey first. I don't know if I can ever get him to let me do it. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm serious. My husband, that thing's his. Oh, I don't know. Well, to be continued, we'll see, because we're going to be camping soon. We'll see. Melissa, let me see if you do it too. We can fist pump if we do it. I'm going to try it. Who's he think he is? I'm trying it. He can watch and get out of the way. So anyway, girls, we are going to be getting organized. I know that I showed you my pages. I hope that you've kind of got your organization thing in there. Jump from a plane. Lisa, that is one thing that I will never do. But I'll tell you what, that sounds freaking amazing. That just sounds amazing. So, girls, get all of the things that you want to organize and do in your planner, and make sure that this week, when you're planning out your week, sit down with your favorite drink. And right when I get off is when usually I'll just sit down and start planning out my whole week. I already kind of have it laid out. And before we go, I'm going to kind of show you how I've got it all kind of laid out, and show you again my goal page, and how I'm getting ready to gear up. But this week then I will implement and put in, no, Lisa, don't do it, right? I know, scary. I'm going to put in there every day of the week of what I'm doing to organize my back mudroom and my pantry. And so what I do is, for the week, is I always put in my absolutes. So for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, I'll throw in what I know for sure of what I'm doing. So what I'm going to conquer when I wake up, what I'm going to do for dinner, and some things in between that I know for sure that I'm doing. And then I come back and I'm like, okay, what's the weather going to be like? And then I'll start to plan accordingly. What can I do for me? My top 3 for me. Start thinking about 3 different things that you can do for your health, with your talent. What is your talent, and how can you utilize it? Could you write a little bit? Could you, what is it that is your thing that you want to take the time to do? And so think of 3 things that you can do and write that down. So get that in there, and then start to fill in the gaps. What are you going to do with your children? What are you going to do in your morning routine? What kind of books would you like to read? What are the things that you'd like to do at night for your evening routine that would set you up for the morning? What can you do that invigorates you? How can you incorporate a walk now that it's starting to be nicer out? What can you do for your diet that can help you lose those last 10 pounds? What can you do that spiritually that can make you triggerless in any circumstance, so that no matter what happens in your day, you cannot be moved from your joy? What can you do spiritually every day? And I can already tell you what that is, and that's really making sure that daily and then throughout the day that you take the time to get aligned with God, that you take that time to be centered with Him and find His frequency, which is always joy. And you know what really helps you get in there is your gratitude journal. It's like, get in there in your gratitude journal and start listing off all of those things that you're grateful for. And that just really gets that perspective and gets you excited and joyful. And that is where the frequency of God. And when you're there, that's where you've got the ears to hear. And when you've got the ear to hear, that's where his ideas come. That's where your next move comes. That's where you know that you need to make that certain phone call that takes you to the next level. That's where you know what you need to start that business because you get inspired. So that is the really and truly the first and foremost important thing that you do. And always being deliberate and intentional and understanding and knowing where your mood is. Paying attention to your mood. You know, your moods can run the gamut throughout the whole day. And a lot of times we don't take any notice to them at all. It's time to take notice because you want to make sure that you are focused and you're able to always switch yourself, even if you get bumped out, that you can get yourself back in relatively with ease, to get back into your joy spot, because nobody can take that away. Nobody can take away your joy. And truly to be an inspiration and to be able to lead and to be able to teach your children and lead your children and to lead others and to be who you are called to be takes you to know that you need to be able to be stable in your mood and to be in tuned to where God is. And that's why when you're outside of joy, that's why it feels so bad. Being angry doesn't feel so good. Being depressed doesn't feel good. Being anxious doesn't feel so good. Being sad doesn't feel good. It's because that's not where God is. And so those emotions are only there to be able to, they're like little warnings saying, warning, warning, you've pinched yourself up from me. God is saying, you've pinched, that's the wrong feeling. You're not where I'm at. You're not where I'm at. You're not where I'm at. And you're going to have to learn, and takes practice, to let it go. Let things go. And when you're able to let him go and to tune into where he is, he handles all the rest. All of the rest gets taken care of when you tune into him first. So him first, and then everything else flows. If you try to do it the other way around, you will fail. And if you even think you succeed, you've only reached a tiny minute of what he's capable of, where he's capable of taking you. So bring it to the roof and make sure that that is your true focus, is making sure that you are tuned into where he is, so that you can be led of your next step and where to go and how to lead and how to be and where you're going and your next move. It's a very, very exciting place to be. So girls, here's to us. Here's to girl power. Here's to organizing our homes. Here's to support and empowering each other. And here's to the bucket list in the summer and the GoPro. Girls, if it's expensive, start saving now because you're getting it, okay? So I'll give you till June, July, okay? So let's look it up together. I'll post up the price later tonight, okay? What is it? Is it $500? I don't know. How much is that? But I just think a GoPro would be fun. What if we rode horses or something? We need a GoPro. What if we're jumping out of airplanes and doing, like Wendy, zip lining? That would just take away the fun if we didn't have that. Yes, so anyway, can we see the book? Oh, yes, girls. Wendy, thank you. Okay, I'm going to switch you around and I'm going to show you what I've kind of got going on. So here is my planner here. I'm trying to turn this light on. Too shy. Oh, too shy for the GoPro? Brenda, stop. Stop it. Just stop it now. Okay, so here I am in my April. And let me try to find where we are today. And what I love to do is, here we are today, is I love to just start off with, how I decorate the middle page and up here. So I kind of go through the whole thing. So I'll start with that. And I'm into this. Okay, I'll be into this for probably the rest of April, and then I'll switch because I love change. So here's Tuesday, and I'll come back with a little bit of some color later. But that's kind of what I prepped. And then tonight I'm going to go in and go through it all.
And, you know, it's all the same here. And it goes through Sunday. Actually, I go through Monday because it's the end of the freaking month. Can you believe it? I can't. It's frightening. Look, I didn't even be able to finish that, but I'm going to do that tonight. Then I come back and I've just started doing the absolutes. So like here's some of the absolutes of what I'm doing. And I'm still kind of looking through the weather and what I want to accomplish and what I want to do. Now, my organizing goals are in my May book. And so when I get in here, in my goals section is where I have all the organizing. So the kitchen I have done except for my oven, so I'm going to be doing that tonight. I know, the month did flow. I mean, it totally flew by. Here's my mudroom and what I want to accomplish. So we're doing the mudroom this week. So get into your goal pages and write down that place where you have coats and shoes and write down exactly what you want to accomplish in that space. And then what I'll do is like for one of the days this week, I'll say, okay, I'm going to get out all the winter shoes. I'm not going to, oh, look, I put flip-flops, not thongs. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to get out all the shoes because that's a task in itself, okay? I swear there's like 5,000 shoes. I'm going to get out all these stinking shoes and I'm going to throw them at people, okay? And then I'm going to throw them away after that. But I'm going to figure all that out and I'm going to get it for spring shoes. And so I'm going to break it up. And so what you do is once you've got all of this brain work done, I've got master bedroom, I've got the entry, the family room. I have a coupon I want to use for Pier 1. I've got, so I'm reminding myself, wardrobe, a lamp, which I just got it. Okay, I pulled the trigger. I've got my bathroom, my bedrooms, the kids, the laundry room, to buy, office, playroom. Okay, I am on it. Then, but since we're focusing this week on the mudroom, I'm going to pull from here when I start planning tonight. And then I will go over here and each day this week, I will put it in one of these pages according to my schedule. So I'll know the pocket of time that I have, I'll know what I'm doing, and I'll put it in. So that's how you are able to do it and be planned, and you're just on it. And so even like for here, I've got turn on oven cleaners tonight. You know what I mean? So like this is today, and I painted today. I had painting to do. It's really a really relaxing day today, and we're actually going to be sitting by a campfire tonight, which is kind of fun. Go live, check it out. On schedule. Look I kept myself to 25 minutes. I don't know how long we are, but rest assured it's probably beyond that. Okay? I'm always like, Jenny, don't go beyond 25. Give the girls a break. So here, that's how I've got it going on, which is absolutely, it keeps you organized for sure. And so that is what how I'm doing. And I was just thinking, I mean, how classy is this to plan this way in a beautiful leather traveler's notebook with inspiring books within. I don't know. It's so inspiring and so classy to plan this way. I absolutely adore this system. Never in my life would I think that something would be so inspiring and so amazing. So here's to us, girls, and I love you. I'm going to let you go, and I'll be checking in with you tomorrow morning about all that we've got coming on this week. And I love you, and I'll check in with you soon. Bye, guys.